Now, an interview you'll see only on News 4 Jax. Clay County's top school administrator is fighting back over what he calls a pack of lies and gutter politics at its worst.
Superintendent Charlie Van Zandt spoke with our political reporter Kent Justice today and said he's asking the state for help with this. Kent is joining us now with his exclusive interview. Kent?
Tom and Mary telling me that he thinks the media is being played by a couple school board members and the teachers union president. Clay County superintendent called accusations of plagiarism and fraud, called it a political assault, and he wants an ethics commission investigation.
These liars, again, are trying to take me to task for my principled values that they can't stand. The timing is highly suspicious. You noted that. This is gutter politics at its worst.
Clay County's superintendent of schools, Charlie Van Zandt, says he took the weekend to make sure he knew what he wanted to say in an interview only with News 4 Jax. In the past 2 weeks, he was accused of fraud concerning ESE students and plagiarism by a former principal in the district. Van Zandt used the words lying or liar about board members Janice Karakas and Carol Studdard repeatedly. He also denies the claims of former Keystone principal Dr. Susan Saylor and says media has fallen hook, line, and sinker for a political maneuver.
Again, I can't stress enough, the media has been played in all of this. The media is being played. They're playing right into the hands of lying Mrs. Studdard, the lying teachers union, and you got to look at who wins out of this.
Who wins out of this?
Addison Davis. Addison Davis is my political opponent. He has the most to gain by me being discredited in the media.
Davis offered a written statement last week, but spoke with us tonight.
Yeah, this is where we lose the entire focus of the educational experiences in Clay County. It shouldn't be about whether Addison Davis benefits about it, but it should be focusing on what we actually offer for our students.
Former Florida Commissioner of Education Jim Horn supports Van Zandt and told us that he blames the teachers union, saying they're engaged in a power grab in Clay County.
And that's what it's all about. This is about power. And they're the puppeteer. And the puppets in this case are a couple school board members, Studdard and Karakas, and they've also sort of adopted this person from Jacksonville, Addison Davis, to try to bring him along because they know that they can control those people and they can move this sort of what I call a federal kind of plan in education. And we're beginning to see that in different places in the state, and we certainly don't want to see it in Clay County.
If you ask, does it benefit Addison Davis, the answer is absolutely not. And, you know, from my understanding, Dr. Seller and her husband are active supporters of Mr. Van Zandt. At the same time, they also contributed financially to his campaign. So this is, once again, in Clay County where we have our focus, where we're focused on adults, and we're truly not focused on our kids, which are most precious assets in our system.
Van Zandt sent this letter to the state's Commission on Ethics. He said he sent it today at 3, urging an outside investigation. He says it would clearly vindicate him, but he says the timing works to his opponent's favor because it doesn't offer enough time for that independent investigation to happen before the election.